I often hear people say that social media is toxic or bad for society or something along those lines. And while it's true that there is a lot of bullshit on Instagram or YouTube or X, Twitter, or whatever the fuck it is, there's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of bad shit, there's a lot of people promoting bullshit and pushing nonsensical narratives and of course, the obligatory brainwashing that goes on with any media platform. But that is not a problem that is reflective of social media. That is a problem that is reflective of the user. At the end of the day, you are always going to find exactly what it is that you seek. So if you go on somewhere looking for gossip and negativity and all of the bad shit in the world, or someone to compare yourself to so that you could feel bad about your own life, then that's exactly what it is that you are going to find. But if you go on there seeking positivity and seeking constructive things and ways to better yourself and ways to learn, then you will find that as well. I'm on Instagram. I don't spend a great deal of time watching videos and shit, but when I do, I don't see any of the negativity that people talk about. I don't see any of the bullshit celebrity slash influencer gossip. I don't see any of the small-minded people having beef with other people over whatever dumb shit it is. I don't see all of the terrible evil shit that's going on in the world. When I go on there, when I do watch some videos, I see informative shit. I see inspirational shit. I see happy shit because that's what I seek out. I see shit that I can learn. I can see shit that can help me shift my perspective in some way. I see shit that can help me to develop new skills. And that is available to everybody. It is not exclusive to me or certain people. The same exact platforms that you go to waste your time and occupy your mind with a bunch of nonsensical shit, you can use to learn how to better your life. You can learn how to get in shape. You can learn how to trade stocks or invest in crypto. You can learn how to flip houses or vending machines. You can learn how to drop ship or have your own e-com business, which is probably a very similar thing, but I digress. You can learn how to make ebooks. You can learn how to cook. You can learn how to do whatever the fuck it is that you would like to do. The problem is not the platform. The problem is the user. So most people go and look for things to make them laugh or to distract them from their life. People value entertainment over education. And when that's what you look for, that's exactly what it is that you're going to find. So people spend hours on Instagram seeing a bunch of people living lives that they would like to live and feel bad about themselves, rather than taking that as some sort of inspiration to say, hey, if these people could do it, I can do it too. And on that exact same app, you could go find people who will tell you exactly how to do it. Now, I know that everyone thinks courses and mentorship and people teaching you how to make money is a scam and all of that shit, which is fucking nonsense. Pause. For the record, I don't sell courses, nor do I teach people how to make any sort of money. So I'm not plugging anything here, but I know for a fact that there are effective courses and people who will legitimately teach you how to make money doing something if you're willing to put in the work and do your due diligence in making sure you're finding the right people. But I digress. That's not exactly the point. Regardless, there is a bunch of free shit out there that will teach you how to do all sorts of things. And this is true of any media platform or form of thing that people consider to be entertainment. You can go on Google, and in the same way that you can look up naked bitches, you can Google, how do I wholesale houses? How do I start a side hustle in 2025? How do I increase my income? How could I get in shape? How do I fix my diet? How do I fucking stop drinking or smoking? You can Google how to do things in the same exact way that you Google nonsense. When you want to look up your I don't know if people still go on forums, but fuck it, let's assume that they do. When you Google your forums to go and talk shit about the latest movie that was out because you don't like the fact that one of the characters is not how it is that you pictured them, you can use that exact same internet computing power to go through the infinite websites and find something that will benefit your life. Do you not like the situation that you are in? Google how to change it. I guarantee you will find an answer. Just as you can ask ChatGPT a bunch of mundane shit like people do, you can ask ChatGPT what is the next step that you should take to get out of your 9 to 5, or how do you start a copywriting business, or how do you increase your sales skills? You can find all of these things on all of the exact same platforms. You could go on Netflix and you could spend hours watching Marvel movies and nonsensical dating shows where people fall in love behind a wall or some dumb shit like that. Or you could go watch a bunch of documentaries and you can learn about the 13th Amendment or the food industry or whatever the fuck it is that you would like to learn. You can do that. All platforms since the very beginning of time had offered you both things. Hell, if you go to a fucking bookstore, you could find Harry Potter or I don't know any other popular fiction books, but you could find some sort of fictional book to read and to entertain yourself and get your mind lost in some mystical, magical fantasy land. Or you could go find a book on philosophy. You can go find a book on science. You could find a book on investing. You could find a book on whatever the fuck it is that you would like of how to better your life in any single avenue. No platform or mode of information delivery is the problem. The problem is the things that you seek out in these things. So if you are having problems with social media and or it's affecting your life negatively, don't blame fucking Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. Go blame your fucking self for seeking these things out. Your life is on you, and all of these resources are available to you, just as the distractions are available to you. Just as you can go find out Brad Pitt's fucking birth lineage and where it is that he's from and all the people he might be related to and or has married, you can also go and find out the best ways to improve your mindset so you could stop being so fucking negative and only seeking out shit that is detrimental to yourself. That is how the world works as a whole. The problem is never the world. The problem is your perception of the world. That's the people who run around thinking that we live in some dark and gloomy, terrible reality where everything is awful and things are all bad, or the people who seek those things out. None of the things are the problem. You are the problem. You are always going to find exactly what it is that you seek. So if you don't like what it is that you are seeing, start looking for better shit. Start looking for ways to improve yourself. Start looking for ways to improve your situation. Start looking for ways to better yourself. People tell you all of the time you can go. Learning skills is one of the best things that you could do. So take your time with all of these things and figure out how to learn a skill. Go find fucking salespeople on Instagram. Go find marketing people on Instagram and watch their shit. And they will tell you all kinds of things. You could pick up so much information from free content that people put out. Again, this is not a plug for me. I don't teach anybody how to sell and or market or anything along those lines. But you could find people who do all of these things. You could find whatever it is that you would like in any sort of avenue that you like, entertainment or education. All that matters is what it is that you are looking for. They are in both directions. But there is a reason that the most viewed Instagram or most followed, whatever the fuck, Instagram accounts are people like what's the soccer player dude's name? Cristiano Ronaldo, some shit like that. The Messi guy, fucking Selena Gomez and Kim Kardashian and the other Kardashian with the makeup, Kylie Kardashian. It's a reason that these people are the most fucking followed because that's what people value. But for every Kim Kardashian, you have a Wall Street trapper who will tell you how to invest and who will teach you about stock holdings and dividends and options and all of that shit. For every person who just does their little ASMR weird makeup tappy shit, you will have somebody like 19 Keys talking about philosophy and all of that shit. You can find all of these things that you look for. The other stuff is just more prevalent because it's what people seek out most, because most people want to escape the reality rather than improve the reality. And once again, that is an issue of the user, not the thing that is usable. You're using these things for the wrong shit. There's all sorts of information at your disposal. There are all sorts of schools at your disposal. YouTube, for all intents and purposes, is the most in-depth and comprehensive university type thing in the whole entire fucking world. You can learn to do any goddamn thing on YouTube, from riding a motorcycle to learning how to swim to learning how to be a salesperson to starting your own fucking marijuana dispensary. Not that I specifically condone that, but either way, it's a fucking thing that you could do is the point. So you can learn every single one of these things. It's all on you, though. Nobody is going to make you go and do these things. This is not school where people give you assignments. You have to take it upon yourself to do that. But because you have to take it upon yourself to do that, you have the ability or the power to self-guide your education. So rather than using these things to just fuck around, use them to improve yourself. And don't just stop at learning the things. Go and take the knowledge that you have acquired and implement it, because knowledge that is not used is pointless. If you know know how to make money and you're not making money, then you are even stupider than the person who doesn't know how to make money. There are all kinds of people who just go and infinitely research themselves to death, and that feels like they're doing something. Don't be one of those fucking people. Don't be the person who just goes and gathers and collects a whole bunch of random facts and tidbits of information, who could tell you all about the biomechanics of a deadlift but has never even picked up a barbell off of their floor in their fucking life. Go learn these things and then go implement these things, and you will be ahead of 99% of the people. And then you too will be in a position where you watch people complain about social media and its evils and all of that other shit, and look at them and say, damn, you were just using that shit wrong.